What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about the fire ant. Okay, I want to break down what they do and why they're bad, and essentially how to sell a customer on buying from you based off of just the fire ant. So fire ants are terrible. They nest out in the yard. The queen is in the soil, and they're at the very bottom. And then on the top, you have your forager ants. One tactic or trick that you can use if you see a fire ant as you're approaching a home, step on it, kick it, do something, because what you'll see is the fire ant forager ants are gonna go crazy at that point. And so as I'm walking up to a house, I'll step on the fire ant. Don't like put your foot in there for long term or it'll bite you, but like just kick it, make sure none of the stuff's on your foot so the ants don't get on you. But then as you're pulling the customer off the doorstep and you're pointing at it, now you went from a sand pit to fire ants all over their driveway or wherever it was. And so fire ants they bite. Okay, they are poisonous. One word, I have no idea what it means, but it's anaphylactic shock. It's a phrase that I learned from a Terminix branch manager, and I learned this one big word that I can kind of educate the customer that if your kids get bitten by the fire ants, it will actually send them into anaphylactic shock, and it will be something that you have to kind of get medically treated. It's just not the best thing to have. So for however wide the colony is however long the colony is. So the width of it means that that's how depth the colony is. So if you see a big old colony, that means that it's definitely rooted down into the soil. A lot of guys will try and do it themselves, and this is where it will cause budding, where if you try and treat it yourself, what you'll notice is that the colonies will divide, it will go down, and then next week you see them pop up in two different locations worse than before. So doing it yourself really doesn't work. They have a strong exoskeleton to them, so it makes it so that they're really the over-the-counter products won't penetrate the nest, and it won't really do much good to them. You're only going to be killing the surface pest. Fire ants are something that is very emotional. Okay, so if you have fire ants in your areas and they're kind of getting close to the home, and you see those piles of the sand piles, definitely bring the customer out to the yard and look at the fire ant mound as you're telling them. So these guys are no good. So these guys, the queen is about 10, 15 inches underneath the soil there. Forever how wide the colony is how depth the colony is. They're taking the soil from the bottom, bringing it to the top. The top layer is your incubators. This is where all the baby, the larva, and all the forager ants are. When you're doing it yourself, what happens is you actually killed those forager ants, but the queen underneath the soil feels that they're under attack. So you'll notice that they divide and they rebuild twice as strong. Now you have two colonies of fire ants in your yard. The reason that they're bad is because they actually can bite you, and when you get bit, it can send you into anaphylactic shock. It's just not the best thing to have around the home here. So I take care of it, no problem, and then I'll go into meet the need. Okay, so that is the importance of fire ants, explaining what they do and why they're bad. I want you to role play this, find the emotion behind it, figure out exactly how you're saying the words to create emphasis behind the words that you're saying. And then also pay attention to the customer when they're talking to you on the doors as well, because they'll give you a lot of cool facts about fire ants as well. And so role play this, work on it. If you need anything, just let us know.